What is up everyone, this is SwordKing090 and today is going to be a brand new video for you. So today's topic, I want to talk about the fact that I like to actually play a lot of scenarios through my head. What a scenario is pretty much a situation where it could either be a real situation that has actually happened or a hypothetical situation that you may find yourself into. Or it's like, what would you do if this were to happen? That is a scenario in itself. Whether how you would react or what you would do is completely up to you. Honestly, it's like if you were put into this situation, what would you do? And if you were put in a real situation, if you did something, and then if you want to tell people about it and they actually criticize you for it, then you would tell, or you probably ask them then, what would you do if you were in my shoes right now? Or right then? What would you do? They could actually respond about this way because they know exactly how it's going to end, but in the heat of a moment, if the same exact situation does happen, you may find them that they actually choke under pressure. You just don't know. They don't know. Nothing is actually ever perfect no matter how you play it through your head. But the fact of the matter is that I usually play a lot of scenarios in my head. I put myself in these hypothetical situations so that I could actually give myself a better mental preparedness, if that's a real word. I'm pretty sure it is, but a more mental preparedness to where that if it actually does happen, then I'll probably react to it better than I would if I never even thought about it in the first place, if that makes sense. But it's never the same. It's probably never ever going to be the same, even if in the situation that you put yourself into mentally, where that you thought about the situation of what you would actually do, and then it finally pops up, you may freeze on the spot. You don't know, I don't know, nobody will ever know unless they are actually put in the situation, and then they're gonna have to react right then and now, because you never know what's gonna be like. You don't know how it's gonna end, but it's like it could be even a life or death situation. But it's like you prepared yourself mentally, but then when it happens, it's like you freeze up on the spot. Yeah, you don't want to actually do that. You must act now and you must go through this. But I usually think about a lot of stuff in my head, like what would happen if we were to get robbed, or if there was a little bit of an armed robbery in progress. Where would I be? What would I do? How could I actually help to not make the situation any worse? How can I actually detain the situation? What if this happen? If someone's gonna get hurt or things like that? I play a lot of different scenarios in my head. So if it actually does happen, then it's gonna be a little bit of more mental preparedness at that given point. Whether it actually does any good or not, I will never know unless it actually happens. But I'd rather be a little bit more mentally prepared to where that I'm going to know where all the hiding spots are, the blind spots, if I have to act, and then I will do so, because you never know what's going to happen. You could actually give the robbers all the money, but then they probably will actually just turn around and still hurt you or shoot you because they don't want any witnesses or things like that. You just never know until it actually finally happens, and I really don't want the grim result of those actions. But again, you just don't know. I usually put myself in these types of mental situations to where that I think about, I will do this, I will do that, I will do this. But once it actually happens, it's like, yep, I don't know what to do at that point. But on a lighter note, it's kind of entertaining to think about what would happen, honestly, is that's what the imagination's all about. It'll probably never ever happen in your lifetime, but it's pretty much refreshing to think that you have the ability to think about these things. What would you do? What would you say? And how would it all play out? So it's kind of fun to actually think about these situations, or funner situations, like if a person were to actually slip on a banana peel, you help him out, and then all of a sudden he gives you money for helping him out. Wouldn't that be great? But the chances of that ever happening is just pretty much slim to none, because of how today's society is that you help a person out, sometimes they'll go around and sue you because you try to help them out but you made the situation worse. Although I think there's a good citizen law or good citizen act to where that you're protected to a certain extent or to a certain degree, that you're not responsible for this, and this. You try to help out, but it just didn't work to your ability, so they're gonna have to leave it as that. You didn't actually meant to make the situation any worse than it is already, and things like that. And I actually do a little bit of scenarios of what would happen if I were to be involved in a lawsuit. Wouldn't that be fun? I do a lot of evidence collecting, but at the same time, it's like, yep, if this were to happen, I gotta prepare myself. But I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only one who actually thinks about these type of things. Let me know in the comment section below if you're the type of person that actually does this as well. I know I'm not alone here. Not many people actually like to admit it, but they actually do the same thing as well, because it's still kind of entertaining to actually think about what would happen if this, and this. What would you do in these type of deals? And of course, you guys actually talk to each other's friends like that. You ask the question, what would you do in this situation? That's literally putting yourself in the in the type of mental scenario where this is what you would do. It's exactly the same thing as if you were to actually think to yourself, but now you're just having a discussion with friends. It's exactly the same thing. But I digress. I like to think about the different things every single day, and this is where I get my video ideas from. So it all helps out, it all makes sense in the end, and I'm not a crazy lunatic just talking to myself. See the irony in that one? Okay, alright, nothing else for me to say, so that's pretty much all there is. Again, the question is that do you guys actually put yourselves into hypothetical situations every single day? If so, let me know in the comment section below. And in fact, let us know what type of scenario have you actually put yourself into, of how things play out, what would you do, the result of those actions, maybe some alternatives. Have fun, use your imagination. It is so much fun to use your imagination to think about something that probably will never ever happen in your life, but if it actually does happen, then you could just say, hey, I thought about this and now I'm gonna act on those thoughts. Just be careful though, just be careful, because you never know what's going to actually happen and things could actually change in the blink of an eye. But that's going to be the end of this video, so much so that I'm going to do my outro before I repeat myself once more. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like. If you're brand new to the channel, please subscribe, because I upload videos every single day except for Sundays, because that's going to be my day of rest. All my social media is down in the description below, so if you'd like to contact me, that is one way to do so. Or if you want to leave a suggestion in the comment section, feel free to do so. If I make a video about that suggestion, I'll give you a shout out, link your description, or link your channel in the description, and thank you for helping me out with something to do or something to talk about for that day. So nothing else, let me go ahead and kill these guys so I can at least have a safe spot. Oh god, it's getting a little bit reckless, it's getting a little bit more dangerous. Okay, skeleton, skull, no skull. Okay, leave me alone, I need to do my outro. So have a great day everyone. I'm SwordKing090, and as always, I will see you in the next video.